period. 2020, August 29th, 17:49 p.m. That building, Glen Eyrie, interesting enough, has the same name as Hermann Goering presented Adolf Hitler with a special holiday to get away from all the stress and strain of the Holocaust and World War II, losing World War II and such, comma. He gave him a gift of the eagle's nest, which is what Glen Eyrie translates to. Glen Eyrie and Hitler's personal holiday retreat on top of a mountain, even though Hitler was afraid of heights. Period. Have the same name, so this brings up some interesting connotations to it. Period. So you have the Glen Eyrie as a metaphoric Vatican that was built by the British decades, if not a century before, or 2 centuries before, who knows. Then you have where the Miramont Castle was probably supposed to be, but the politics and other issues got in the way, and Father Franklin could not build Glen Eyrie, his Miramont Castle there. Period. And then you have the park, the Roman Forum, and then you have the spa building, which would be sort of the spa building would be in effect it'd be part of it. The back part of it would be that little amphitheater right behind the spa building would be in effect the Temple of Caesar, and then you have the Temple of Venus, which would be the spa building's Temple of Venus, and then the arcade would be the temple, the City of Pillars that was destroyed to make the Domus Aurea. Nero destroyed that. That's the city that Nero destroyed, was the Domus Aurea. It became the Domus Aurea, and then Vespasian destroyed that and built the Colosseum from that. So that's close enough to the ratio accurate. Period. But when you examine the physical, architectural, and documentation evidence, New Line, you find that even though the Arch of Titus is not there, sort of. The architecture is not exactly is not even kind of close to dead on the money, but it is impressionistically dead on the money. It is a representation of the originally it was a representation of the Forum of Rome, although the city, even though the city began in that area, it expanded in city. They built a couple city halls about a mile down the road, and altered various assorted aspects of the city to make the government not here but there. The cliff house, which either has or had a tunnel between the cliff house and the spa building, that would be the Enterprise's portside warp drive. The starboard side warp drive would be in the hill and the stuff behind up and behind the row of buildings that were kind of in effect the buildings the temple and headquarter and housing of the Vestal Virgins. Things get a little bit surrealistically accurately complicated. The buildings are in the right place, sort of in the right place, but not everything's correctly aligned. Now, where I thought the post office was there, that's incorrect. The post office is in that generalized neighborhood. There's houses and such that are there now that are on the far behind of the park. That park would be the forum, at least metaphorically, surrealistically, impressionistically, where the main part of the forum was, and this is where the city began. All the stuff that is a mile down the streams, that was built in the much later in history, decades later and such period. Things are a little weird at this point. So you have the structure of the Roman Forum, which means that you have the enterprise being the main body of the enterprise being the spa building and where the arcades are now. That used to be much larger, much taller, much more grandiose buildings. That'd be where the metaphoric Colosseum the Domus Aurea was, and where the City of Pillars that it was Nero's wrath was before then.